Good evening, council members. My name is Mike Mohill. Fear and scare tactics to hide greed. The only reason that Measure N is on the ballot is because this council and previous councils have approved and given outrageous salaries and outrageous retirement pension benefits year after year after year to our CalPERS union workforce. The repeal of the utilities users tax is a referendum on our city government. It is David versus Goliath. Little David is a band of citizen soldiers using email, social media, walking neighborhoods, handing out literature, putting out yard signs, and asking the public for campaign donations. Taking on Goliath, the largest city elite establishment, and how the elite establishment is using fear and scare tactics to hide greed. Albert Einstein said there are three forces that rule the world: stupidity, fear, and greed. Stupidity. The elite establishment fools the public by using reported at least $50,000 of your tax dollars to reach 200,000 residents in a repeated one-sided mailer is slanted opinion, mailers inserted in the GWP, bills, newspapers, and using our innocent school kids to take home a disguised information mailer on Measure N. But really, it is an implied no on Measure N insert in their weekly packet. This reminds me of how the Mexican cartel uses women and children to smuggle drugs into our country. The bigger the lie, the more people believe it. Fear. They say cutting taxes will drastically reduce our services, city services. Greed. The truth is the elite establishment loves your money. In 2014, 756 city employees earned annually between $100,000 to over $300,000 in salary with outrageous retirement pension for life at age 50 or 55. Who among us non-government employees, workers, have these benefits? Why in 2014 was the median pay and benefit income of a Glendale City employee 83% higher than a full-time employed Glendale resident? The Stanford Institute for Economic Policy Research estimates Glendale pension debt is at $1.4 billion and still growing. To balance the budget, this council and previous councils have floated bonds for over $1 billion. That is borrowed money, folks, for your kids and mine to pay for the greed of our elite establishment. To balance the budget, this council and previous councils have increased your water and your electric rates every year, year after year after year. Then they transfer your money to the general fund to pay for those outrageous salaries and pension benefits of our CalPERS union workforce. The greed of our elite establishment. To balance the budget, this council and previous council have increased or created new fees and taxes for you to pay for the greed of our elite establishment. A couple of years ago, your elected official created a new fee for kids who want to use the Verdugo skate park. Shame on that council. In 2016, City Manager Scott Ochoa, salary and benefits $354,000. Assistant City Manager Jasmine Beers, in 2015, salary and benefits $251,000, had a job classification change from 8 to 12, and given an additional $4,000 per month raise for doing exactly the same job, bringing her annual salary and benefits to $299,000. To put this in perspective, this crisis, the governor of California's salary and benefits are only $212,640. We do not have a revenue problem, folks, in the viewing audience. We have a spending problem that this council refuses to acknowledge. And I will come here week after week, month after month, The crisis is the salaries and the pensions of our union workforce, and Measure N is the beginning of the downfall. Please vote yes on Measure N. Thank you.